Standard opening for Blade here. Fast Death Knight for the undead. And Blade is going to have is going to play a Mountain King, so I'm pretty curious to see how he's going to play this Mountain King out. Mountain King, of course, pretty common on Eco Isles. It's not that rare. I like to use a Mountain King as well on this map since it's pretty easy to creep, pretty easy to get him to level 3. And as an undead you could also play Dreadlord on this map, but Happy is going for the standard undead hero, which is the Death Knight. Interesting creep route here. He's not going for the fast instant expansion, he's going for the Ogre. He gets the Glows of Haste, which is not my favorite item here. You can get a Circlet of Nobility, which is much better. Happy is already harassing with the Death Knight, and Blade decides to chase him a little bit. I'm not sure if that's the right decision, because you don't want to delay the expansion any further. You already delayed it enough by going for that creep camp, so of course you want to wait until you have enough food to expand. So it's always nice to get the Acolyte down, and as a human you need a lot of food to expand, of wood to expand, so I like to delay my expo a little bit too, but now it's time to go. And 6 militia, 5 militia actually. This will probably change after patch 1.30, as the militia duration is probably going to be nerfed, and so you will need more militias to creep this camp. But this is patch 1.29, so you can creep this camp with 5 militia only, level 2 for the Mountain King. Death Knight still hasn't achieved anything. Let's see if he gets that. Nope. Blade is on point. One peasant is down, but that's totally acceptable. Oh, that's a ghoul opening for Happy, and that's scary since he's playing a Mountain King and not an Archmage. Already 5 ghouls here harassing the peasants line. Possibly all of those peasants could fall, and that would be horrible for the human. The tower is under pressure as well. First ghoul falls right now. Look at the experience bar for Happy. Got almost level 2 barely, purely from this Aras. This is such an annoying Aras by the undead. He doesn't even get this ghoul. He's out of mana, I guess. Didn't want to invest the bolt. He had the bolt. Actually, he has 2 bolts, almost. He could invest one, but he decided not to do so. Probably thought that the coil would save him, so... But there's no coil. Potential surround here, he gets it. So well done by Blade, but there's a staff. That's so disappointing. Oh, he cancels it with the bash! He cancelled it with the bash, and now Happy is forced to use his TP or let his Death Knight fall. And that's huge, because basically it gives Blade an opportunity to stay into this game. If it doesn't get the Death Knight kill, it's pretty much game over, because this expansion has been delayed forever. He's lost a lot of peasants. But with the Death Knight kill, that was really a lucky bash. Now the Mountain King is all of a sudden level 3, and it bought a lot of time, but Happy is going for Gargoyles. Oh my god. So, do we have a lumber mill? Yes, we have. Yes, we do. So, at this point, it's all about getting the tower up in time. If he gets the tower up in time, he stays alive. If he doesn't, he loses. Very obvious play by Happy. You see the Mountain King and you go for Gargoyles. That should always be taken into account. And what can Blade really do? Nothing. He needs to mass repair. I think he should. This tower will be alive, will stay alive, because the damage output of 2 Gargoyles is not enough. But with the ghouls, with the skeleton, this tower might fall. This tower needs to go up, and it does. That's huge. This could be the game changer. Tower is up, so Blade holds. And Happy can't do anything against the level 3 Mountain King at this point. He's got 1 bolt, soon he's going to have 2. 1 tower is in the main. I would like to see another one right now, because 1 is definitely not enough to defend against 5 or 6 Gargoyles, so you need another tower. You need 2 towers in the main, 2 towers at the expansion, and then you can be safe for a while. Happy is trying now to snipe footmen, but of course the damage of the Gargoyles is ridiculous against the ground units. Unless you have the critical amount of Gargoyles. If you have like 8 or 12, then you can do some serious damage, but with 4 Gargoyles only, no. These towers, however... Oh, it's going to fall. That's big. Looks like Blade didn't react in time with the mass repair. And now Happy is going to be annoying with the guards. It catches his level 2. Like I said before, Blade really needs 2 towers here. 1 is not enough. And looks like this tower is too late. It's going to be sniped easily by Happy. So he has some defense, but he needs the Berserker, I think. Maybe with the Berserker. If he places 1 Berserker here, plus the tower, he can defend. But he didn't grab the Mercamper yet, so he's trying to do it right now. He wants to get mercenary access. He needs the Berserker so bad. You can see he purchases it immediately. He also gets the Shadow Priest for some healing and some additional anti-air. This tower should go up, so the expansion should be safe, however. But the peasant line is severely damaged by those Gargoyles. And there's nothing the Blade can do for the time being. Happy is putting more pressure on the peasant line here at the expansion. But the expansion is pretty much safe right now with the 2nd tower. So the problem is the main. The main is still too exposed, even though Blade was able to start his own tech. The question is, will he be able to win the fight? Because Happy is getting a lot of experience with those peasant skills, and he's delaying the lumber income from Blade forever. And on this map you don't have Shredder, so he will need to recreate those peasants, and that obviously takes a lot of time. However, level 4, this Mountain King is scary, got the Tome of Experience, so it's going to be level 5 in no time, and then Happy will have a hard time keeping his heroes alive. But looks like the 2nd tower for Blade never came up. So instead of trying to defend, Blade is doing the right thing. Is going to creep all the map, relying entirely on his level 5 Mountain King, which is going to get the boots of speed, I assume, here. Okay, already has them. Happy keeps sniping units, but he's not committing entirely to Gargoyles. He's using them as a distraction, then he's switching to the standard, scanning statues, which probably means destroyers, but he's not contesting these camps. This is Eco Isles, is letting the human creep these 2 camps. It's not like he can do anything, because he can't fight against the Mountain King, that's too strong. And so it looks pretty good for Blade, I would say. Yeah, he's suffering a lot of losses, his lumber income is non-existent, but he can mine lumber here. And Happy is not going to creep anything on this map, because all the contestable camps have been crept by Blade, which is now level 5. This Mountain King is sick. And so, look at the hero levels for Happy. Level 2-1, you don't do anything with those hero levels, so I think Blade should be able to take this game actually. Because it's going to be very hard for Happy to get level 3-3 if Blade plays properly and creep jacks him. Double Griffin Aviary for the human, so that probably means double Hawks. I like that he's not going for gyrocopters, which I recently saw in a game between Chemico and Lucifer on Last Refuge, where Chemico went gyrocopters against Gargoyles and it didn't work at all for him. But Happy is known to have great micros, so let's see if he's able to break. Oh my god, he's going to break this base for sure actually. Only one tower. So Blade needs to go full on base trade. He reskilled. Okay, he didn't. I thought he reskilled to clap level 3. I'm not sure about it. I can't see the spells for Blade. He's going to lose his main for sure here. Against the ghouls, against the Gargs. Paladin is solo creeping to get his level 3. But the problem is, how is Blade going to kill Happy's buildings? He doesn't have tanks. He doesn't have any siege units. He's got 4 Hawks right now, which you can keep producing as you don't need the tier 3 to produce the Hawks, I believe. He put a lot of them into Kwewe, so he only needs farms right now. Can he take a fight? He should with the Mountain King. First, Gargoyle gets shackled, lots of shackles, lots of foodies, Fiend's just melting to the Bolt and Holy Light combo. And I believe with the clap, yeah, that's clap level 3 definitely. That's devastating clap. Look at this clap, that's insane! All of Happy army is just vanishing. And Blade clearly winning this fight. Actually, I'm not sure. I think it's Bolt level 3 and Clap level 2. That should be the build. Bolt level 3, Clap level 2. So it probably doesn't have Bash. Look at the damage on that Lich. Coil arrives barely in time, but the army for Happy is non-existent. So those Hawks really working out well for Blade. Who took an amazing fight, didn't lose any single footman. This is so rare. Normally what we see in Undead vs Human is those foodies becoming totally irrelevant already in the mid stages of the game. As soon as the Lich is out with the orb, those footmen die so fast to the Coil Nova, but in this game they didn't. Blade didn't lose any single footman. His paladin is now level 3 after this camp, and that's huge. Have fun with that nuke right now. And he's even rebuilding his main Blade here, so looks like he's going to win this game. Happy can't do anything here. Bolt on the Death Knight, Holy Light will follow, and oh, that's the kill. That's the kill. And that's the GG. There's no way for Happy to come back into this game. Very well played by Blade. Was that Happy? Again, when I download this replay, it says Blade versus Happy, but I cannot confirm that because this account is not the I Love Necropolis that I always commentate, so I don't know. If you are sure about it, if you know about it, you can write it in the comments, of course. That's the info that I found on the Warcraft3.info website. So it should be happy versus played. So GG.